We're going to read the armed battle based on Exodus 17:8 through to 16. So, Amalekites have attempted to ambush the Israelites, but the Israelite sentinels see the danger. Raiders prepare for attack. Moses calls to Joshua's son of Nun, his faithful aide. Moses says, Joshua, choose our best soldiers and fight off those raiders. I'll stand on top of the hill with the staff of God in my hand. The battle rages all day. As long as Moses keeps his hand in the air, the tide of the battle goes in favor of the Israelites. But when Moses' weary arm drop, the Israelite soldiers fall back in fear and retreat before the savage attack of the raiders. To win the fight, Moses must keep up his arms. He needs to keep his arms raised, but Moses cannot hold up his arms all day, high up on the hill, as you can see. Aaron and Hur are forced to hold up Moses' tired arms so that the Israelites will win the battle. Look, Moses is holding the staff of God above us. Fight, men. We won't fail now. After a tiring day, both for the soldiers and for Moses' arms, God gives them the victory. At sunset, Joshua's men return victorious. Come, here come the victors. Give your praise to God. With his help, we would have failed. Without his help, we would have failed. Moses builds an altar and leads the people in a prayer of thanksgiving to God. Fresh from their first military victory, the Israelites eagerly push on. Only a few weeks ago we were slaves in Egypt. Now we are free and strong enough to defend ourselves. When we get to the promised land, we'll build a nation mightier than all Egypt. Good advice based on Exodus 18 through to 19. When they reach the wilderness at Mount Sinai, Moses sets up camp. One day, a messenger brings him good news. Your father-in-law, Jethro, your wife and your sons are on their way to see you. Moses goes out immediately to meet them. I'm so glad to see you. I've heard the wonderful things God has done for all your people. Proudly, Moses shows Jethro around the camp. As the day goes by, Jethro notices that people bring their complaints to Moses all day long. This is remarkably inefficient. Moses, you can't serve all as judge to all these people by yourself. You need to learn a little thing called delegating. Find other wise men, teach them the way of the Lord, and let them judge for all of these people in your place. Moses takes his father-in-law's advice. You are right. This gives me more time to teach my people about God. Soon after, Moses goes up the mountain to talk with God. When we return, he has news for his people. Prepare yourselves, for on the third day the Lord will come down in the sight of all the people on the mountains of the Mount Sinai. On the morning of the third day, thunder rolls across the sky, lightning flashes, then a sound of a trumpet fills the air. This is the signal to leave camp. Stay right beside me, don't go beyond the boundaries Moses set for us. Moses says if we even touch the mountain, we'll die. God's commandments based on Exodus 20. Just here. While the people of Israel stand before Mount Sinai, God speaks from the mountain and gives them the 10 Commandments. I am the Lord, your God. You must not worship other gods. You must not make any idols. You must not use the name of the Lord your God wrongly. Remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. Respect your father and your mother. You must not murder. You must not chat on your husband or wife. You must not steal. You must not lie. You must not be jealous of other people's possessions. The Golden Calf, based on Exodus 32. God gives Moses more laws, and when these are written, Moses builds an altar. He and his people make an agreement or covenant with God. The people promise to follow of the Lord's commands. Later, God calls Moses to come again to Mount Sinai, where he will give Moses the law written on stone tablets. Joshua goes part way with him. Days pass and Moses does not return. When is Moses coming back? Can we go look for him? We don't know when Moses will be back, but you must not follow him up the mountain. He is alone with God. Who knows, maybe Moses isn't coming back. If he doesn't come back, what will we do? Let's ask Aaron to let us make a statue to worship. Yes, we want a God we can see. Feeling lost without their leader, the people forget their promise to worship only God. They bring their jewelry to Aaron, who melts it and makes a golden statue of a calf. It looks just like one of the gods our neighbours worshipped in Egypt. Tomorrow will be a feast day. We will worship our new God then. Early the next morning, the people bring their offering to the altar before the golden calf. They eat and drink, dance with joy. We're not supposed to do this with another God. But while the people are celebrating, Moses comes down the mountain with the tablets, and on which God has written the 10 Commandments. On the way, he meets Joshua. Listen, Moses, it sounds like war in our camp. No, I hear singing, don't you? Moses can't believe what he sees. How dare you cheat God? You promised to worship only God, and already you are worshipping the statue of a calf. Shocked by the sight of Moses breaking the stone tablets, the people stop worshipping the golden calf. What will Moses do to us? Aaron, who made this idol? It's not my fault. The people gave me their gold. I just threw it into the fire and out came the golden calf. Then throw it back in the fire, said Moses angrily. Moses melts the idol, grinds up the gold and dumps it in the river. Now, all of you drink this water. Drink it. It's awful. Ugh, this will make us sick. Just drink it. Let this be a lesson to you. Ponder your faithfulness while I go back up the mountain and ask God for your forgiveness. to forgive you. Well, it is going to ask God to forgive them for what they just did. High on the mountain where he received God's commandments, Moses kneels to pray. Lord, please forgive them. You promised Abraham, Isaac and Jacob to bless their descendants. I know they don't deserve it, but if you destroy them, the other nations will think that you can't fulfill your promises. This is what God says. These are a stubborn, rebellious people. Leave me, Moses, so I can destroy them. Back in camp, the people pray for Moses. They want him to return safe. They hope beyond hope that the Lord will forgive them. But when they see Moses coming down the mountain, they are terrified. It's Moses, but look at his face. It's as bright as the sun. The glory of having been with God shines on Moses. It shines on Moses' face. He covers his face with a veil so that the people will not be frightened. Don't be afraid, God has forgiven you. The tent of meeting, based on Exodus 35 through to 40. God has forgiven his people for their faithfulness. He gives Moses more laws and writes the 10 Commandments into new tablets of stone. But God has more in store for the Israelites to do. God has given me plans for a tent house of worship. Bring your offerings and we will all work together to make it. All who are willing gladly bring jewellery, cloth, skin, rare metals and wood so that God's house will be beautiful. Meow. Moses chooses people who have special skills to help with construction. At one point, so many supplies are gathered that Moses asks the people to stop bringing new things. Please work with the gold, silver and bronze. We will need to weave skins together as well as fine linens, weaving curtains with linen dyed blue, purple and scarlet. Exodus 36 through to 8, or is that 36.8? Take your skill working with wood and help there. Making the ark, Exodus 37.1 through 9. Hammering out lampstands, Exodus 37:17 through to 24. Creating basins, Exodus 38:8. Casting gold clasps to fasten curtains, Exodus 36:13. Weaving the curtain for the entrance to the courtyard, Exodus 38:18. Weaving the priestly garments, Exodus 39:1 through to 22 to 29. After many weeks of careful, loving work, the house of God, the tent of meeting, is ready. Joyfully the people watch as Moses carries the sacred ark, a box containing the 10 Commandments, into the tabernacle where God meets his people. Moses places the ark in a special room called the Most Holy Place. Then a cloud covers the tent of meeting and the glory of the Lord fulfills it. Now the Israelites are no longer a crowd of fleeing slaves. In the year since they left Egypt, they have finally become a nation of their own, with laws, judges and a place of worship. And that's where I'm going to leave it today, and I'll start sacrifice and blessing next time. So thank you very much for listening to me read this Bible in short term with illustration. This is called the Action Bible, and please join me in the next read. Have a blessed day. Amen.